everybody, it's me, the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. It's Monday night, and this is Twisted Stitches, and I am here with Whitney. Hello, Whitney.
Hello.
How are you?
Use this hand. Hello.
I can't see that hand from this side on the screen. So today, Jillian and Donna must have hit the join at the same exact time because they popped up on the screen at the same time, along with Lois Golder and Marianne Murray Summers. And hi, Robbie McCarthy. I feel like I just saw you. I did just see you. And good morning, ladies. Oh, where is it morning, Rita Johnson Cotterman? I don't know. We got Deb Massa here and Michelle Mingo Lewis. Deb, Oriana Christina Bruno. Paul?
Oriana Christina Bruno.
and Donna Masung and Nancy Parks. And oh my goodness, they're coming in. Good evening. Yes, good evening, Rita. It's nice that we've got you back on track there. And then Wilkes is with us, Veronica New, Cheryl Ballinger, and Gloria Hummel Thies. Up, but we're not done. But wait, there's more. And Paula Carlson, Deborah, Jensen, Darren Showers, hi Renee, hi ladies, and Paul, says Renee Richardson.
Hello.
And Anna Maria, hi Whitney and Paul and Paulette. Oh, how is Paul's back? Robbie wants to know, honey.
Better than yesterday, but not as good as tomorrow.
There we go. It's getting there. It is getting there. We don't know what happened to Paul's back. We don't know if it was, did you know we had a blowout over the weekend? Holy moly. It was not fun. In the dark, in the rain. And we hit a pothole so bad that it might have knocked Paul's back out. That's how bad it was.
Yikes.
Yeah. So we're finally this is so funny. Nancy Parks. So you're finally going to spill the secret. I posted a little bit of the project that we're going to be talking about tonight. And everybody wanted to know what it was, but of course it was kept under my hat for a little while. And now we are going to share with you this week's or this month's unsubscription box. And Whitney, while everyone else is coming on, why don't you introduce that unsubscription box to us?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this month we have a first for me, and this is sort of, it's exciting. So we have the Crescent Beach poncho for our unsubscription box, which
I wonder if Anna Marie is excited about that because she lives at Crescent Beach.
Ooh. Yeah. So, I think you all know by this point, I love a regional theme, and I love tying in my designs to sort of an imagined scenario. So when I was designing this and thinking about like the time that I get to spend in Niantic and spending time with Paul and Paulette, like, really great dinners always come to mind. And I imagine that at some point we will get to dine somewhere outdoors. And I just envision wearing this poncho like to dinner and having a really nice glass of wine and being outside on the water and just feeling like $1,000,000 in something that was really simple to create and wear, regardless of the season. But this is definitely geared towards carrying you into that warming weather or, a cool evening at the beach. So we're starting to think ahead. We're starting to remove snowflakes from our minds, but keeping that knitting energy because it feeds us all so much.
That's so true, because I was thinking today that I'm ready for spring and spring weather, but I'm not ready to stop knitting anything. I'll knit sweaters all summer long. I'll knit anything that I want, but this is just so beautiful because I love the texture and the feel of this yarn that we're working with. And yes, it gives us the opportunity to knit a larger project, larger meaning not necessarily sweater size, but not just a shawl type. It's got a little more body, if you will.
More than a little sashy something, but still something that's very flexible and comfortable and,
just enjoyable. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm, before I let you explain totally what this is about, I am going to just get a few of these hello to Lori Roy's. And yes, I have Paul. I don't have Paul in the back room. Actually, Paul is waiting in the wings because I'm going to be demonstrating something in a little while. And I want to make sure that he's here to put his camera over my shoulder. Gina McLean is with us, and Nancy Robertson. Hi, Ray Sean and Veronica New and Deb Massa. Yes, it is very exciting. And Deb Massa, I saw you yesterday too. We had a fun time on our first knit along session. Lots of fun people, and was a good time. So tell us about the Crescent Beach shawl.
So the Crescent Beach shawl utilizes some really interesting construction. But first I want to tell you a little bit more about the yarn. So we are featuring Noro yarns this month, and we have used, Paula and I both are used Haro Ito, which means summer Ito, and Ito means in Japanese. And this is a silk forward blend that is a worsted gauge and gorgeously striping. So I love a stripe project, and those who love Noro typically do. But this one is so unique because it's so luxuriously soft and just, I mean, it's almost fluid to work with. It's really, really an enjoyable knit. Wouldn't you say, Paulette?
Yes, it is. And I'm in the round right now, so I'm trying to get it so that I can show you. I have not been able to finish my project, Whitney.
Well, hopefully you're knitting flat, but
yes, you start knitting. Well, I am kind of knitting flat, but aren't I picking up the side here? Aren't I knitting in the round once I get to the chart?
No.
What am I doing wrong then? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Time to take it out.
Oh no. Oh well. So in this segment, let's kind of transition into the construction of the garment.
I'm not knitting in the round.
You're knitting flat. You're just silly. So this poncho, it creates this like hugging in the round shape, but you start with a stockinette rectangle. And yes, Veronica, it is the poncho that's in the background. This is it right here. So you start from a provisional cast on, and you knit a stockinette rectangle, and then you're going to pick up some stitches and join your two live edges together side by side versus like a butting edge side by side like this. And then you're going to work back and forth to create this lovely like undulating wave lace that features a little bit of a shell motif with some garter and reverse stockinette and stockinette ridges, and then a kind of fan lace in between. So we're also going to use a really neat like wrapped stitch gathering technique, and this is a chart that you'll work from that you're going to be adding stitches, and you don't take them out until the last two rows of each repeat. So it creates this really lovely movement and kind of structure to the lace. It's not so wimpy, and it's a little, maybe even a little irregular, but in a positive way. So it's just a little different. I would say it's an advanced beginner or adventure beginner pattern, but it's definitely going to be captivating enough for those of you who like lace. And Noro always treats us to that sensation of like, I gotta knit to the next color. So it kind of clips right on along as you go.
It does it. I love the seed stitch border.
Yes, we do have a nice wide seed stitch border here on the edge, which helps your poncho lay really nicely. And one of the benefits of this construction is you get this, and unfortunately it doesn't drape as beautifully on my model as it does on my person, but you've got this like a little bit against slouch at the neck. So it's just really, I really like it. So I hope you all do too.
So Linda Bro is asking, yes, Gina McLean, it is a poncho. Linda Bro is asking, is the pattern written out as well or just charted for the lace part?
So it is charted, but tell me, let's have this discussion since we're all here. Throw something up in the comments. Would you like to have your lace charts written out in your patterns? Let's get some feedback.
Yep.
It's something that can happen.
We'll wait for some comments here. I mean, we see them both ways. I'm working, the knit along right now has it both ways. The pattern is written out, and it's charted. Well, it'd be interesting to see what the folks have to say about that. And they're usually pretty vocal. So Linda Bro is saying she prefers them written. Veronica New would like them written out as well.
Okay.
I'm a chart person. I forced myself to learn charts a long time ago just because I wanted to, and now I love them. So now we've got Leslie prefers a chart. Michelle charts. Dina Justice, hi Dina, is saying she only reads charts.
Okay.
Written. Deb Massa says she can do either, but I do like written with lace. And it's really interesting. That's cool.
It is really interesting to see because Paulette, I'm like you. Once I learned to knit from a chart, I feel like that was easier for me because the picture is easier for my brain to process. I find when a pattern is written out, like stitch combination by stitch combination, it's really easy for me to lose track.
That's what I do.
Because, you know, a lot of times in lace, you have a mirror image on a center line. And I find that I sometimes get confused. And with the chart, once I understand where I am in the chart and the first repeat starts to develop, it's almost like I don't rely on the chart as much as I would. So, but everybody has a different learning style. And that's what leads us to have a preference with what we're comfortable with. So it's really interesting to me. And, you know, this is good information. It is not a problem for us to add it in. And the pattern's only 2 pages. So it's not like it's a huge tome of knitting. So we could certainly add that in. And I love getting this feedback. Thank you all for taking the time to throw your up.
So we're getting, just to give you some ideas, where we left off, Donna said she can do either. Deb Massa says she can do either, but she likes written with lace. And then Donna Nahalo likes written, but she's learning to use charts more. That's good too. Jeannie McLean, charts are good for you. Rita Cotterman is learning to use charts, so it's nice to have them written to help me make sure I'm following correctly, and that's good too. Sometimes that chart is just a nice check and balance for us to make sure, I'm not sure I'm reading this right. So I look at the chart. Well, I'm not sure I'm seeing the chart right. I look at the written instructions. I go, all right, now I know what they're saying. And then I can start to progress with the chart.
Yes.
Anna likes to have both.
So good.
Yep. Nancy Parks likes charts because you can see the design. And Bev Reiser says, I prefer written with lace, but I do use both. Paula Carlson uses both. Louise Vizina uses both. Nancy Wilkins likes written. Jillian likes charts. Look at this. It's 50-50 here.
It really is. And it's so great to know a little bit more about the reasoning on who likes to be able to read and use it sort of as a check and balance. So that's fantastic. That's good to know. It's just good. So thank you, everybody.
This is really interesting. I'm gonna come back to Rita's comment in a second. Rita, I'm not going to read it out loud yet. I'm going to say Michelle Lewis says too many yarn overs and you lose track. That's what happens with me. I need to have like that tape. I need blinders when I read the instructions. McCarthy likes to have both. She reads the pattern and then translates it to the chart, which is easier than using the charts key. Deb Jensen likes chart. Her eyes aren't so good, so charts can sometimes make her buggy. And so here's what Rita Cotterman said, and Robbie is saying the same thing. She says, I lose track with chart repeats. And that made me think about those repeats in a chart and how people oftentimes get confused with the repeat, that little box that we put there.
Right.
And that, you have your beginning stitches and you have your ending stitches. And then it's that repeat in the middle that what you just keep doing and doing and doing until you get to the end. And then you make sure you have the right number of stitches at the end.
Yes. So the repeat, I like to think of the repeat boxes as like the visual cue on where I'm going to encounter a stitch marker in my work.
Right.
And then I don't know, some of you may have heard me tell this before, but these little guys, Post-it notes, these are my A#1 tool in like a variety of sizes. I like the ones that are bigger, that have the lines on them too, for like blocking out the section of the chart that I haven't yet worked. So if I place this on the line above the row in a chart that I'm working, that it gives me a really nice visual, so I can only see what exists in the chart as it is my knitting. So that, you know, maybe this is a helpful tool, and almost everybody has these in their kitchen drawer. You know, it's just Post-it notes, and they're infinitely restickable, so that's nice too. And you just kind of move them up. And if you like to work from a paper pattern as opposed to what, like your e-reader, I find this to be very, very helpful. And then you can make your notes on here too, and you're not marking up maybe your working copy, so that you can hold on to that.
Right. You should see my working copy now.
Oh yeah, no, when we get into the pattern writing process, there's notes everywhere.
So, Jeannie McLean is asking if you would try the poncho on.
Yes. So this is not a strip show, but I have a t-shirt on under my little button down. And if I put it on over the button down, it's gonna be real bad. So just give me a second, ladies. Yeah. Tonight on Nitty Gritty Girl. It gets even nitty and grittier.
That's it. Nitty and grittier.
Yes. All right, so the poncho is totally reversible. So if you like having the lace over your right shoulder, good to go. If you like having the lace over your left shoulder, also good to go.
Cool.
So I'm just going to put it on.
While you're doing that, Deborah Jensen says she uses a piece of cardboard with a paper clip to block out the rows she's not working on. And Marianne Murray Summers says she likes using a magnetic board when working with charts. That's what I do.
Yes. Well, I have my Cocoa Knits board here.
Yep.
This is fantastic. I love how this works with standing up, and I don't know. This is a ghost chart on it, so don't lose your mind. But yeah, these are fantastic. Paulette, you have these in store, don't you?
I sure do.
Those are so helpful. They remind me of the like the magnetic board my mom used to use when she did cross stitch. So it's useful in multiple. Okay, so for me, I'm going to try and back up a little bit. I like to put the poncho on and then give it a tug over my shoulder, and then I pull the front of it as well as the back, so like the points, to kind of get it situated. And the thing about knitting is it's stretchy, so you can pull it down over your shoulders to the degree that you like. And I have I don't know that I'm going to get it perfect because I have your comments coming up like over top of my screen.
Oh, it looks good. Can you move to your left just a little? There you go. Perfect.
Maybe I can adjust my camera down a little bit.
Yeah, that pattern is so pretty. I love how the fan almost looks like it's smocked.
Yeah. So we are going to wrap a series of stitches. No, you can see that. Paulette, tell me if you can.
Yeah, you're buffering a little bit, but yes, I can see it.
Okay. Hopefully that'll clear up because I've got all the service in the world.
That's okay.
So we are doing a little bit of a smocking stitch when we're resolving the last rows of the chart. And this is different. I haven't seen this combination anywhere else. So, I wouldn't dare claim anything as original because there's just not that much that's original in knitting. But it could be a fairly original combination.
So Jeannie is asking, what is the fiber content of the yarn? So this is a 40% silk, 40% cotton, and 20% polyamide. It's 150 gram balls, 375 meters. And
yes, so that's 410 yards for anybody.
It is just beautiful to knit with. Really nice.
And it's so soft to wear next to the skin. So while you might want to layer it early in the season over something with some sleeves, you could very easily layer this over a tank and feel really lovely. Yeah.
And Jeannie's saying it's nice and it's not hot. Exactly. It's like a 3-season piece.
Oh, 100% is it a 3-season piece.
And then in the winter you could wear it as a sweater as opposed to an over your clothing. You could wear it, as a just an accent piece to your outfit.
Oh, absolutely. It would do great. I mean, you've got enough room at this neck. You've got about a 22-24 inch opening at the neck.
Yep.
So if you just, layer it over a turtleneck, even, into the winter, you've got a lot of options here. Yep. And this very flexible, neck, you can kind of get to lay exactly how you want it. So it's very cozy and not binding. And I ended the sleeve, we used the yarn perfectly because we did the math to make it work. But I ended this with the sizing so that the lace and the edge kind of fall on or about your elbow. So you're not feeling like you're in a straitjacket, but it's lovely. Yep.
So we got a couple questions here. Kristen Parker says, I'm a 3-year knitter. Make that like me. Not sure what that means. 3-year knitter, make that like me. I'm thinking that's a aggressive, what do I call ambitious beginner.
I think you could totally accomplish this. You might want a little assistance as you're getting started with the chart, but for no particularly complex combinations.
So Jeannie's asking what color I'm knitting. I'm using color number 1, which is your blues and golds, reds, and some greens in there. So I can show you how the striping is on that. Just so pretty. And yes, this is what I posted a small piece of it when I was starting. And look how pretty, Whitney, when you turn, you see the stripes on yours and the stripes on this one. They're so different. And we have other, yes, there are kits on the website, Rayshawn. It's called the Crescent Beach poncho. And I'm grabbing something here. Let me just, instead of reaching over, I'll show you some of the colors. And I also put the new colors, the 2024 colors on the website as pre-orders. So you could pre-order your kit. Pre-order meaning the color if you wanted a color that's not here yet, or the colors that are in stock we have, and those would ship immediately. And we need 2 skeins for the kit.
Mm-hmm.
And the kit includes the 2 skeins of yarn, the two balls of yarn, and the and the pattern. So this one that I'm holding up. This got roses and red, and so some bright. Is this the color you use, Whitney?
No, I think I used color number 7.
Okay, so this one is color number 10. This one here is 7. This is the Whitney color.
Mm-hmm.
And this is color number 3. This one is really pretty. Great summer color. And for our purple lovers, this is that purple, and it's got some teal in it. Look at those colors, so pretty. This one is color number 11. And let me go run around the other side. Running, because I didn't know which side of the table I would be on. Which color number is this one? And this one is color number 6. So, as I said,
Kristen, it's as long in the back as it is in the front.
Yep. And also our 3 and 11 in stock. If it doesn't say pre-order, then yes, they are in stock. And Whitney, can you check and see if they're in the warehouse just in case?
Yes, I'm checking right now. The pre-orders are going to be a little bit later delivery, so folks might want to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm thinking I put on the website end of April. If I were ordering it, I'd be looking at colors that we have right now, because
agreed.
Want to get this knitted and ready to go for spring. Somebody else was asking another question. I love that the stripes are vertical. Oh, someone asked us if it's size. No, it's one size.
One size.
One size, and it is just. I think it's going to be perfect. Actually, the stripes are kind of angular or diagonal. They're not vertical. They're not horizontal.
Right. But it's very flattering.
So I'm going to show the colors one more time so you can see them. This color with the blues blue on blue, I'll call it, with a little touch of pink.
I super love that colorway.
Yep, this is number 6. This one is 6. This is the color Whitney's using, and this is color number 7. This has got some lavenders in it and some teal, a little bit of pink, and this one is color 11. This has got the soft pinks and greens and a little bit of cream color in there. This one is color 3.
Both 3 and 11 are in stock in the warehouse, so no trouble there.
If I run out of them here, we've got them there. And this one is color 10. So those are all the colors. And I just wanted to mention, 11 is beautiful. They're all so pretty. I just wanted to mention that one of the things that usually gets me running to the hills is a provisional cast on. Yes. I see provisional cast on, and I just go, oh, I think I might want to knit something else. But I saw a method for provisional cast on that I was so glad this had that type of a cast on, because I wanted to use it. And so I thought, if you don't mind, I'm going to show that to everybody. Hey, Paul, can you come and help me now?
Absolutely. Kristen Parkhurst, it's only 2 skeins.
Yes, 2 skeins. And how many skeins of color 10 do I need? Yes, you only need 2. And if you go on the website and you look at Crescent Beach poncho, and all the colors are listed there. And whatever color you choose, you will automatically get 2 balls of it and the pattern. All right. So with this provisional cast on method, now I did not invent this. I saw this on actually came across my feed on Instagram. Darren saying, what is the yarn again? The yarn is, let me see,
Haruito.
Haruito, and it is a silk and cotton blend, Darren. And I used color, did we say color 4? Is that what I'm using? I'm using color number 7. I want to make sure I put the right color back in my bag.
No, I'm using
color 1. I have color 1. I
used color number 7.
I'm putting it right back in here so I don't mess myself up. Okay.
But I think I'm using color number 10, honestly. They're all so beautiful. Just make another one.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on 1 second. I just want to get Paul has reminded me that my space wasn't clear. Thank you.
Deb, thank you so much for throwing that link up there to the kid.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, so what we're doing with this is we're going to take 2 circular needles, like if you were going to do not magic loop, but using 2 circs to work in socks or something instead of using magic loop. And if you make a slip knot. Are you over my shoulder yet?
Almost.
Okay. And so I use 2 separate needles, and I'm going to show it to you on a smaller needle. I use a smaller circle. Put your slip knot on your bottom needle. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost finally here. Okay. And now I'm going to wrap my yarn around my needle as you would for a Turkish cast on. So I'm just going to use, hold on. I'm going to pretend we're only casting on 8 stitches so that I can show this. So we're going to wrap our yarn around both needles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what I did was took the top needle, my top needle, because that's going to match my top needle here. And we're going to knit that first row of stitches. Now, for this pattern, you're going to follow the first row of the pattern. I made the mistake the first time I did it of knitting across 1 row and then starting the pattern. When I did that, I wound up with my pattern starting on the wrong side, so that my provisional cast on, when I went to pick it up, would have been on a purl side. Would have a purl side facing. So we're just going to assume in this case for our demo that our first row is knit. So we're going to take our bottom needle and move it aside a little bit so that our stitches fall to the wire. And then we're going to knit off the top needle. Whoops, let me get myself in position here. So this one's just hanging down, and I'm going to knit these stitches from my top needle, and you will see that the stitches that were looped around are now hanging on the wire below.
Mm-hmm.
These are going to become your provisional stitches for later. So you don't have to use a crochet hook. You don't have to worry about going in bumps. It's just all a regular knitted cast on once you do your loops around. So you cast on or circle as many stitches as you're going to need, because you're going to have to pick all those stitches up later on. So we are now at the end of our row. And I just want to show you this little piece. And I need to knit this one here. Let me get my first stitch. Now, if you see here, this is my provisional cast on. And they are already on the needle waiting to be picked up.
I love this. It's so smart.
So as you continue to knit, you can put these on a barber cord, you can put them on scrap yarn, whatever you want to do with them. I just actually kept them on this needle, because then when it was time for me to take my rectangle and come around and pick up my provisional cast on stitches, I just knitted from the needle that I started on onto the needle where the stitches are.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I just think it's fantastic. So this needle just stays on the bottom, and you continue to work off your top needle. Just follow your pattern at that point. And that's it. That's simple. And you watch it grow, and you just watch those little stitches stay right there waiting for you. Oopsie, I'm splitting my yarn because I'm trying to go too fast. I just want to show you at the beginning of this row now, on my second row, my provisional cast on stitches are right there. So very easy. I am never afraid to use a provisional cast on. Again, I'm not afraid to use it. I just don't like it. It's like, I don't know where to put the stitches. I don't know if I picked them up the right way, but this way I never even have to think about it again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. Wait, hold on one second. Are we right, Paul? Did you do that right? Okay, there you go. Now I'm on. So that's the provisional cast on. And let's see, we've got a couple of people. We got very cool comments. Cool, and more cool. Yes, it is. So what I love about this, especially with this pattern, is that how many stitches are we casting out? 100 and something?
Yeah, 106.
Right. So you've got your other 106 stitches just sitting there waiting for you. And when you're ready to pick them up, you get 212 stitches and you're good to go. But not like, did I pull out the stitch? Didn't I get it right?
Mm-hmm.
All good. So Michelle Mingo Lewis said something, but she didn't write anything in there. Her name just popped up. So that took all the craziness out of provisional cast on for me. And I'm very excited with this project. This is going to be lots of fun.
Absolutely. Well, I can't see all the different versions that everybody will make, because they're all going to be so unique and beautiful.
They are, you've got from greens to pinks and blues,
Mm-hmm.
and and reds. It's all there. There's colors for everyone. And like I said, every color that is, I hate to say from last year, if it doesn't say pre-order, we can get them all for you if we don't have enough in stock. So don't worry about it. They're all available online there. And so that's that. What else we got cooking, Whitney? Anything else?
So much.
I know you've always got something up your sleeve, and we loved working with you and seeing all the new things that you come up with all the time.
Well, thank you for being so much of an inspiration to me. Not just you, Paula, but all of the Nitty Gritty Yarn crew. You all really helped me going.
Oh, yeah. They are our inspiration. They definitely are. You all keep me going. And every time you ask me for something, I go, oh, let me see what I can find, and or what's a new yarn that's coming out, and how can we help you to see beyond the skein, and rather than just looking at that and going, oh, it's so pretty, I have to have it. When you have to have it, and you can think of something you want to do with it, that makes it even more fun. So thank you. I am going to pull a name out of the sharing bucket, unless you all have anything you need to ask me or ask Whitney. We're going to give away some yarn.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And we have the Noro magazines are on the website. And you know what? I'm going to pull two names. What the heck?
Oh, I love that.
Well, we have a special guest. We'll pull a second name. Oh, geez, I can't pull that many names. I got a lot of names. I got a lot of names.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see what we got here. Up, we got a Jillian Goldrich.
Yay! Congratulations.
And look at this. Oh, and a Darren Showers. Whoop.
Yay, Darren Showers. Congratulations.
So thank you, everybody. We got 2 winners tonight. And I'm a winner with all you great fans. And I can't wait to see you all again. Thank you all. And Whitney, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And,
it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love all these great things coming up for the spring now and getting those new things on my needles. So good night, everyone. Oh, Jeannie says, I ordered the poncho. Can I add the magazine? Yes, Jeannie, you can add the magazine to your order. I'll make a note of it. You can, I don't know if you can go to your order and edit it, but if not, I'll resend an invoice to you, Jeannie. I'll add the magazine to it.
Thank you, Jeannie.
All right, everybody, have a great night. And stay safe. And we love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you next Monday.